Kia ora, New Zealand. Welcome to Sweet Shane Live. My name's Matt Drake. This is episode 138. A very good evening to all of you at home, and a very good evening to you, Morgan Hartveld. Good evening. How are you?
Kia ora, Matt. I'm good, brother. How are you doing today? Feeling a bit better this week?
Yeah, actually a lot better. I can't say the illness is completely gone from the house, but it's well, a few things have happened. One, I don't feel so stuffed up and maybe as full as cold as we maybe did last week. But also, I got to play some disc golf last Sunday.
Yes,
so,
there we go.
Yes, very good. So it was actually really good. I went out with a few of the masters and a few masters ladies, and we played a test course. So what it was is there's one of the chaps has designed a setup along Moonshine Park where Middle Earth Open was played earlier on this year, using the full length of the park. And so there was about 8 of us, and we had a couple of pop-up baskets, and they put the basket down and go, right, you're teeing from there, and we'd all play the hole, and then we'd given a load of feedback in afterwards as to how the course was played and what we liked about it and some of the nice holes, and we'd maybe move the tee pad to over there to avoid the path and all that kind of stuff. So it was really, really good fun. Really good fun.
I know that's a lot of work moving the basket for every hole, but how much fun is that? Just that style of golf.
Yeah, real good fun, because we'd never seen a map of it. We literally didn't know what the holes looked like until we stepped up or actually finished the last hole, and Sean, who was taking us around, went, right, your next tee's over there, and we looked for where the basket was, and it's over there, and we try to work things out. So yeah, no, really good fun. And so fingers crossed that will be a course that that gets some traction and gets put in the ground. I know Sean has done a huge amount of work. That's Sean Lincoln has done a massive amount of work to so far, tip of the cap to him for all of that work he's done. We just need to get it across the line with councils and stuff. All
the fun side of things,
Yeah, right.
Councils to get things approved. Goodness,
that's what we don't like. But yeah, anyway, we've you played some golf this week?
Plenty of golf, man. It's been, to be honest, it's been a bit quieter. It's been a wee bit quiet at work for me, and I've been able to sneak out. And I think I played every day again this week. So yeah,
that's good.
The boss knows. He tells me, he goes, "Hey man, get out there for a round. It's quiet today. It's all good." So yeah, no, he's fully on board. So happy days.
Bit of a roller coaster rounds wise, wasn't it? Scores wise.
Yeah, there's a couple of roller coaster loop-de-loops, you might say.
Excellent. Well, we will get to some of those shortly. But first up, we're going to go through hot scores. Then we've got our 2 guests tonight, which is Ewan Craig and Chucky Norris. They're both joining us live. They're in our green room. We're on a little chat to them before. We're going to be bringing them in. They're hosting the Hanmer Hot Rounds this weekend on Sunday up in Hanmer. And they've also, between them, done an immense amount of work, voluntary work.
It's truly incredible what these guys do.
Area. I mean, when we heard when we announced that they were going to be on the show, you got a couple of messages from people saying, brilliant, because these guys are putting like so much work around the Christchurch and they deserve some recognition. So we're going to be talking to them about what they get up to in Christchurch. We've got Desert Island Disc Golf. Some new guests on the show means Desert Island Disc Golf, so that makes a return this week. We've got picks for Tipohoi and Hanmer that we're going to be going through as well, and also we're going to be launching Secret Santa. Now, yes. I know it's not quite Christmas, and this is probably making you cringe, and you probably walk into the warehouse, see all the Christmas decorations, and go, "What the hell's going on?" I know it's really early, but bear with me. We got a really exciting and really cool thing to launch a little bit later on in the show, which is Secret Santa. In the meantime, Morgan, take us through the South.
Yeah, hot scores. What I was just about to say is I was just having a quick peek around my room to see if the wife had snuck any Christmas ornaments in yet without me noticing, but not yet. Anyway, guys, so we're going to go over there, as Matt said, to the hot scores. And as always, we're going to start down south in Queen's Park and Invercargill. And we've got 3 players today, Stephen Reid, Joseph and Andrew Barnett, all shooting a 47, 10 under par. Hot shooting there, fellas. We've got Mr. Jack Maffey, who's taken down a 4 under at Chingford. Isaac Ladder with a -7 at Brockville. That rounds out Dunedin. Coming over to Queenstown. And, as I said, I've had a number of rounds this week, and one of them was pretty damn hot. I shot a 14 under par a couple of days ago, which was fantastic. Tucker Beach, we've got Gus again with a -10. I think we need to look back at the stats and see how many weeks in a row that is, because I think that's 4 or 5. He's just killing it out there right now.
He's often just Goose in the top 10 and no one else.
Yeah. I mean, he's crushing rounds out there. You know, we played the other day, shot 2 rounds of -9, and then got onto a 3rd round after I left, I think. Ely Point over in Wanaka, Inchy with a -6. That's Inchy. Lismore Park in Wanaka as well. Mundo McDisk with a -14. Yo, that's huge. Wicked shooting there, Mundo. Jelly Park up in Christchurch, we've got a -14 by Mr. Sebastian Falconer. Keeping it in Christchurch at Ascot Park with Sam Cole with a -2. Queen's Park Reserve, Malcolm with a -4. And to finish up Christchurch, we've got Brooker Ave and a -6, Mr. Zach Taylor of NZDSS and Discs. And Taylor River, Mitch, even par to finish off the south. Let's shoot up north. Metric.
Starting off in Berrenpore in the hills, and it's the man, the myth, the legend, Simon Fogarty, who shoots a 6 under par to take the hot round out in the capital. Across the water at Hikoikoi, Andy Davey and Johnny Wake hit the hot scores with a 6 under par. Ben Morrison shoots the hot round up at Hardcore Park with a 5 under. And Johnny Wake, also dominating Linklater, is -9 in the mighty Manawa 2. Up to Maryland's in New Plymouth, and it's Connor McKinstry who hits a 4 under par for the hot round. Niche hits even par around Spa Park Red. Will be going there next week. And Josh Pratt hits 5 under par at McLaren's on the long holes. Luke Hempel hits a 10 under par at Henderson to take out the honours in the Big Smoke. So, so some fantastic scores there, including a brilliant round by yourself.
Yeah, I had a couple of ones that were right up there this week, but sort of pipping it with a 14 under was that's my equal PB at that course. So I've had a -15 at the old course. This is my top equal score at this one, so pretty stoked.
So what happened here then?
No.
It's already on the screen. It's
close it down.
It's already on the screen. I'm sorry. So your score at the your score in the this is the Queenstown League for anybody unaware, which was played on Tuesday night.
Yeah, Tuesday night, 5:30.
This week, Peter McKay shoots a 986. Look at this, right? 986 this week is a 48. 49, one shot worse, was 940 2 weeks ago. That's leagues for you.
Mm-hmm.
So
that is leagues for you.
You can catch it on a good day.
Yeah, what happened? I don't know, man. I was just blame being the TD. I don't know. I actually had a pretty decent front nine. I think I was 4 or 5 under par on the front nine, and then got sort of to the point, and the wind was just howling. And I mean, obviously, other guys played well in it. I did not. Wind did an absolute 180-degree spin from what it was doing earlier in the day when I shot that hot score. Mm-hmm. Shit happens, I suppose.
I mean, a 7.
Some pretty hot scores out there, and MA1's looking good. Some pretty hot scores out there, and MA1's looking good.
Have a quick scout over to MA1. Corey Gray with the hot round of the week, 9:39, 5 down, but pretty competitive division, and it goes all the way. Oh, it keeps going.
Yeah,
it goes all the way down.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
Yeah, 41 players down there in MA1. It's pretty awesome. It's been awesome to have all of these guys showing up each week. And, obviously not everyone can make it each week, but consistently now 3 weeks on the trot with 40 or 40 plus players. So pretty stoked players.
Yeah, I mean, going through the league results each week, it really does whet my appetite. So I'm really pleased also to announce that the Wellington Spring League starts in 3 weeks' time on the 1st of November. So the 1st of November, it's a Wednesday night at 6:30. Meet in at the picnic bench by the tee pad of hole 4. We kick off at 6:30, and it's PGA sanctioned. We are going full amateur this year, so there's no MPO divisions. There's MA1, MA2, MA40, FA1. We might do an FA40 league division, if the numbers work out that way, and an MJ15, I think, division we're going to go with as well. Get yourself involved. It's at 6:30 on a Wednesday night, every Wednesday from the 1st of November for 8 weeks. And it's, the best thing about it, Morgan?
What's that?
Free of charge. No charge. Just show up, turn up for as many weeks as you can make and play some sanctioned disc golf. We'll have on the final week, we'll have a little prize giving where the winners will get a hearty handshake and possibly some sweet chain vouchers when the league wraps up. So come down on a Wednesday night, play some disc golf at Harcourt Park. Okay, stuff. Right, now let's get on with the show and bring in our 2 guests tonight. Now our 2 guests, who many of the chat will know, have been doing some fantastic work and are this week are tournament directors of the Hanmer Hot Rounds, one day on Sunday, this Sunday in Hanmer. So good evening to Chucky Norris and Ewan Craig.
G'day, guys.
There we go. Yeah, good as gold, guys. How are you doing today? You're both looking sharp.
Yeah, got to have the Birdie Gang shirt on tonight.
Yes, rep. There you go.
Have you done the dirty shirt that'll be making its way on this Sunday?
Fantastic. Is there any more preps you've got for Sunday? I did notice actually that the starting holes were released when I looked earlier on.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much there. Few minor things just to tidy up and getting things up to Hanmer, but other than that, I think we're pretty much ready to go.
Yep.
Just a shame the weather's not looking like it's going to play ball.
Say again, sorry.
It's a real downer. That forecast is a bit of a downer, unfortunately, but it's sort of hard when 3 months out, isn't it?
It is tricky. It's always an issue trying to pick the right weather day. But when it comes to picking the days for your tournaments, what do you do? Because between you've kind of silently run quite a few events, right?
Yeah, I mean, we obviously have the club, backing from the rest of the club, but sort of me and Ewan are spearheading the tournaments at this point in time. We did Ashburton earlier in the year, then Ewan ran Ascot, Parfiction, and then we've got the Hanmer one. The dates for this one was pretty much dictated by the golf club. First time there, they're a bit hesitant about obviously taking too much real estate off their popular golf course, having been a destination town. So I think this was about the last date that we could get it this year. And when we first started talking to them a few months ago, we sort of, we wanted the time, and obviously later in the year you can get, hopefully it's better weather, but it might still blow over.
Excellent. Well, I've been looking at the weather pretty closely because I'm sort of planning a trip up to Ohau, and I feel like there's a chance that the weather is going to catch on the west coast and not push across the divide. So fingers crossed for you guys that the weather just stays on the coast and makes its way north and just misses Hanmer completely. Godspeed with that one, because I really hope you guys get mint weather for an awesome event you guys are going to run there. What an absolute cracking spot.
Yeah, I mean, we had a ripping headwind when we were planning the course, so I'll have a little bit of an advantage in that regard, and it definitely made us all agree to move the water carrier a lot closer than it originally was planned.
How far is your water carrier?
Oh, I think it's down to about 45 metres or something now. I think originally it was planned at about 70 metres.
Tasty.
45 metres is, I think, it's approaching the kind of my maximum that I kind of feel right. Okay, I'm okay throwing across this water. So yeah, you've done a good job there. How do you go about designing the courses? Do you just sort of get onto the property, have a walk around, and go, right, this is how we're going to do it? What's your kind of process for doing that?
Yeah, so I've been involved in Hanmer and obviously GCO last year, and I run a tournament at my property as well, fairly regularly. And this with Hanmer, it was spearheaded by Dylan Dedman-Nahiwi. He's got a family batch up there, and he's up there all the time. And he was like, we need to get a tournament at the golf course, and he did the initial sort of here's what I think it should be. We then mapped that out, and then a few of us went along and just sort of walked through the holes that he'd originally designed and tweaked here and there. And I was always like, let's move them closer so we don't have all these 100-meter par threes, because I can only throw 80 meters. And yeah, just sort of through that and just collectively come up with what we're really happy with at the end.
Nice. Yeah, it's interesting. Sorry, go on, Ewan.
I haven't stepped foot on the course yet, so I'm kind of blind on Sunday like everyone else. It's going to be a bit of an interesting one for me as well, I think. But really,
are you guys rocking up on the Saturday to set the course up?
Yeah.
Heading up tomorrow to start doing camp. Yeah.
Oh, nice, awesome. Yeah, it's interesting designing golf course, disc golf courses, really, because you've got to figure out if you're going to follow the flow of the actual golf course, which can work in your favour, or going to go completely against the grain. And I guess it depends if you have got a full golf course to work with, the size and what the terrain is. But how does the course flow? Does it sort of flow with the golf course?
Well, the golf course at Hanmer is actually split across the road into 2 nines.
Yep.
So we're actually only using the front 9 of the golf course. So any golfers can go and play the back 9. And we've sort of gone for this one more across the fairways rather than down the fairways, utilising like the tree gaps and the spots in the water that's around and stuff, rather than just trying to play down fairways and whatnot.
Nice. I'm gutted I couldn't make it up. There's too much else going on. I was actually super excited to go to this one. I've spent a lot of time in Hanmer growing up from Christchurch originally, and yeah, super excited. So a little disappointed. So yeah, next year.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be a regular thing.
There you go.
You've got a really competitive field playing. Like there's some of New Zealand's best players playing in this tournament. Have you got a tip for us that the data analytics team can tell you if you're right or not?
Oh, like who will win?
Yeah.
Well, I think going back to what you said, the MPO field is the biggest division, which is unheard of in recent times, I feel.
Doesn't happen often.
Yeah, super strong. I think there's 18 people.
Yeah.
You've got 18 in there and 18 in MO1, so 2 really strong divisions there.
Yeah. A couple of standouts. Obviously, Dylan designed the course originally, so he's got to fancy his chances. But I think he was a bit nervous about making it too much of a lefty course, and I think he went too much the other way. And then we've got Ashton Clark, who's just been killing it in every tournament and every week, and he's just out there grinding at the moment. I play a lot with him, and he's just out there all the time. So he's probably my pick for winning.
I feel like with some of the holes there as well, they're not pushing things extremely far. And so we'll bring back in is a range there for basically anyone to come up and have a good round. And the options are limitless on who could take it.
Yeah, I think if there was no weather issues, the MPO guys would be looking at -12 around. But depending on how the wind plays, I mean, one of the holes is like 100, the longest par 3, I think it's like 117 meters, but it plays uphill into the prevailing headwind, so it's going to be playing like a fairly long distance.
I feel like you can look pretty deep into the ratings aside. I feel like you can look pretty deep into the MPO field, and there's probably 10 people there that could come and pull this off.
Yeah,
like genuinely could. Yeah, I'm not going to name names because I don't want to miss anyone out, but it's a deep field that could do it. 17
people are all playing it blind, so as well, it's going to be who can adapt fastest and get on the game early with the putting.
Yeah, who's got that good point and shoot golf?
Do you have have you got a practice day on the Saturday, or is it just straight into it on the Sunday?
we've got to practice like a couple of hours on Sunday morning. So we want to try and get out there and set up pretty early on Sunday. Because we'll be doing the tee pads and everything but the baskets on the Saturday, and then we'll just be whipping the baskets out on Sunday. And then round one kicks off, I think, players meeting 9:30, round one at 10. So anyone who wants to get out early,
you've got to get them in super early then.
Daylight from 6:30.
Yeah, well, that's it. So that's sounding like that's going to be the way it's going to go. You were both involved in organising the Garden City Open, which was last year. I had an absolutely fantastic time at that tournament. I have to say, it was one of my favourites I've been to. Really, really enjoyed it. What can you give us any hints or any kind of insights into what next year's GCO might look like?
Without giving too much away, because there definitely is one next year. You can expect the same sort of venue, same quality of tournament. There's definitely a few things in the works which I can feel Andrew steering the back of my head now from across town. If not Leon. So there definitely will be some of the elements that we loved about this year's one coming back next year. We've got a few other things to hope this week. This stage is looking like it might be a smaller field, possibly one course with multiple tees. We're still toying with ideas, and that'll depend on demand for, obviously, the demand side of the field. That if we get to the point where the demand is there, then we've got two perfectly fine courses from this year that could be tweaked slightly, and I think we'd all admit they were great courses.
Yeah, I mean, what I was going to ask is the final 3 holes, and particularly the final 2 holes of the red layout. Was it the red layout or the blue layout? The one the pros played.
Yeah,
the blue layout, the longer one, were 2 and arguably 3, but for different reasons, of my favourite kind of final 3 holes of a tournament. And I thought that they were really well designed. For anybody who didn't play, you had a hole 16 was a difficult par 3 to birdie, very difficult par 3. But if you played relatively safely, it was not difficult to par. But if you tried to attack it, then you could get yourself into trouble. Hole 17,
up the tree line, right?
That's it. Hole 17 is a par 4, dead straight, 200 meters and change. And I got a 7, an 8, and an 8 on that hole. So I really hope you're keeping it, because if it beat me up, then I want it to beat up more people this year. Is it?
Matt wants some revenge.
Well, I won't. Unfortunately, I'm not able to make it this year. But is that hole staying?
It's early to say at this point. Let's say the
outrageous.
I think the idea is to take
the way we end up with this year will probably be a hybrid of the 2 courses.
Yeah.
So those that played the red that really wanted to play the blue, they'll get some of that. Those that played the blue that look enviously just tripping around the red, they'll get some of that.
Well,
it might be the new hole 1. Everyone can tee off on it.
What? And then just quit. Just rage quit after the first hole.
That actually would be a quality hole to start your round on, because if you get going and I think even just a par on that hole, that can set a really good tone for the rest of your round. And if you don't, and you get a 7 or an 8, like Matt said, then you really got to challenge the mind and get back into your headspace just to keep going again on hole 2. I actually like that idea, so take that on board.
Well, I'm thinking like Sub-Zero, your hole 1, which was just diabolical.
It's a great hole. I feel like you're digging up some bad emotions here for yourselves.
Well, look, it sounds like that there's going to be some more information coming out on GCO soon, which will be very welcomed. It's shaping up to be a pretty good event, and last year was one of my favourites. Really enjoyed the weekend down in Christchurch, and I think you did a fantastic job. What is that where all of your focus is going to be after Hanmer, or have you got any others in the interim?
So I've got on the club sort of roster at the moment. We've still got another event scheduled for December, which will be more like a club-based, non-sanctioned dubs round. Just something a bit different. And the end of January, which I see is the same week as the Seafair and a few others, we're hosting a Seafair at Jelly Park, just for those that are staying Christchurch local. That'll be a good little introductory for those who maybe haven't splashed out and done competitive disc golf, something on a course that a lot of people are familiar with. It's a nice easy length. It'll be a nice little introduction, I think.
That seems to be a big focus for you, like running C tier, well, predominantly C tiers, but tournaments that kind of introduce people to sanctioned disc golf.
That's it. I mean, like the last I've been with disc golf, 21. I think my first tournament was Carter versus Morgan. Played on Carter Morgan.
That's right. I remember that.
And like the way the game's gone, from where I've seen it, they're getting bigger. There's more focus on multi-day B tiers and A tiers. And they're all great. And there's that. And doing that, we're also then leaving open this market for 1 days and 2 rounds. And there's a lot of people who can't commit 3 days or expect travelling and staying somewhere for 2 days. And that's what we're sort of hoping to sort of put that bridge in there between just playing socially with your mates, or maybe a league round to like, hey, this is an introductory way you could come in and have a go and just get a taste what it's like. You know, there's a different mindset and there's a different set of rules and to an extent. And it's the sort of gateway to get people into that side to then grow the ranks a bit further on. You make 3 fields and the bigger being 8 years.
Yeah, and I think, as you said, you're going to be playing that 1 day or that lower division sort of golf on the same dates as these bigger events. But I don't think that's going to affect you guys at all. You guys have got such a good base of players in Christchurch now on all levels that it may even benefit those guys to be able to come and play this event without those big dogs being there. So, yeah, awesome.
Yeah, that definitely does help with the fields too. Really, this has come out on the number of events tracking I've sort of come away with this year has come out of Andrew turned around to us just after GCO, and he put the challenge down that he wanted to see sort of most clubs running 5 to 6 little minor events and then 1 big one a year. So this is sort of his vision, and we've kind of taken the ball and run for it a wee bit. I think the results have been really good for the club and for the base. So close to 200 members again this year. We're getting a good turnouts. This is sold out. Ashburton was sold out at 56. That's not, I mean, this is not an easy course for most.
Yeah, I mean,
sorry, Matt, carry on.
I was going to say, is it just on your point of the 1 days? I think it's fantastic. The, you know, if you've got a family, then getting away for a weekend is a lot harder than getting away for just 1 day, right? Of a weekend. And so running these little C tiers that, you know, 2 rounds a day, it's a full-on day of disc golf that's great fun that probably or maybe doesn't interrupt the family weekend quite as much as, you know, heading off on a Friday night does.
The other thing we're seeing with it too, from a TD's point, there's a lot of players that we get to know over a while. So you've got your regulars, you see sign up all the time. It's been really great to see quite a few, especially juniors like Sam Lycan and Agnes, just step out of like MJ18 and go, let's have a crack at MO1. The stakes are pretty sort of good. And that's happening a bit too. There's guys playing MPO that we normally play MPO. It's a test.
Yeah, well, just on that comment there on Sam Lycan, I believe his one of his most recent rounds just got upgraded to 1,000 rated. So big ups to that man, first 1,000 rated round.
I heard that as well, and I have to say that you've got your junior division is really competitive this weekend. If no one has seen it, let me just throw it up on the screen. Playing in the junior division, you've got Jai Tufunga, who is an incredible player and is the Nationals junior champion. Is that right? He certainly won in Christchurch. Yep. Mm-hmm. Then you've got Sam Lycan, who we're talking about there, who's most. I don't know what round it was. It might be on here if I click him on it.
I'll look it up.
his most recent. That's the wrong link. His most recent round at where is it? Charters Bay Charge got upgraded to 1002. So doing very well. And you've also got Magnus Davidson in the field as well. Now, Magnus Davidson played very well, and of course took out the New Zealand juniors under 15 championships earlier on when it was held at Jelly Park at the end of July. So, the strength of the field at the juniors, particularly in Christchurch, is looking really good.
And just off the back of those juniors, Matt, I seen a post from the Christchurch Disc Golf Club about Christchurch Interschools. You guys got much to do with the Interschools competition that's going on?
It's a club-based event, but it's run by Matt Van Ort. He's sort of spearheading the kids because he's a teacher.
Yep.
And yeah, he's got it going. Hopes to get it to be a regular thing, and it's sounding really exciting.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think I've seen somewhere like there's, let me just scroll back here. Yeah, 11 schools already involved. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's incredible. I mean, that's a first of its kind in New Zealand that I know of, where you've got a proper inter-schools competition. Like we're used to seeing it out of the States and that, where they've got their college inter-club events going on, which are major events. So, if we could sort of see that go that direction in the future, that'd be amazing.
Pretty sure that's Matt's saying with that is he's hoping to take that and then use that to feed field for juniors next year as well. 26 showed up this year, we might get full field.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, fantastic. So what are your goals then, the pair of you, for whether it's organising tournaments or playing in tournaments? What are your kind of goals, aspirations, targets, if you like, for maybe the next few years?
Just in it for the fun, Matt. And maybe finally start playing a bit better and getting rid of my dud rounds off my PDGA.
It doesn't work when you're running events. I hate to break the bad news.
Yeah, no, Ashburton went quite bad in the first round.
The two highest rated rounds were Ascot Perfection, I was TDing and playing in both for the first time.
Oh, wow.
Morgan's getting salty because it doesn't have to do it. Excellent. Brilliant. Now,
really, just for me, it's just keeping people with the club and keeping the good things and doing going forward. And we've got an excellent team behind us as well. Truck and I, too, of 9 of us. I've got good leadership, and we've really made efforts of trying to get a social side going, and it's really great for the scene and all these other little shoot-offs like in schools and that's where we're headed.
I have to say, all of the feedback that I get and all of the messages that people send me about the club and the work that you mentioned, the 9 of you do there, but particularly the 2 of you, has all been hugely positive. And so well done, tip of the cap to you guys for doing all that work, because it's you don't have to do it, as you say. It's fun. It's because you want to, and because you want to see more people getting involved. So great work, guys.
Yeah, big ups, guys. Awesome job.
Play as many new courses as you can. It's the best thing part about disc golf.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. Now, this is also the first time that you guys have been on the show. So we have a little segment that we like to do of all of our guests who, when they come on the show for the first time, called Desert Island Disc Golf. Now, so the premise here, if you haven't heard or seen one of these before, is that Ewan and Chucky are stranded on a desert island. I'm not sure whether it's the same desert island. I guess it would be. However, they've been stranded with 3 of their favorite discs and 3 of their favorite card mates. Okay, so their card mates can be living or dead. They can be famous people. They can be cartoon characters. They can be people they know, or famous pros. They can be anyone they like. Okay, so you each get to pick 3 discs and 3 card mates each. So where do we want to start? Chucky, I saw that you had your discs in front of you, so you kick us off? What discs
Okay.
will you be throwing on your desert island?
So I've got my soft harp. It's probably the longest stay in my bag. Very.
Oh my word! Does that bend? It looks like it's
Yeah.
I was going to say that looks beaten up.
BT soft, and I'd only 3 discs. I used to putt with this thing in it as well for a while.
Okay. Has it got any stability left?
Oh, it's still way more stable than any brand new harp I've bought. I don't know how to explain it, but
wow. Okay. I what I found is that the real bendy ones, they do have a little bit more stability, not because of how kind of beaten in they are, but because when you throw the disc, because the disc is allowed to warp because of how kind of bendy it is. Part of the energy that you put into the disc goes to making the disc back into its original shape, and doesn't go into propelling the disc forward and keeping it understable, if you like, right? So it loses some of that forward kind of power, if you like, that it would otherwise make it less stable. So I don't know, but if you're putting with it as well, then it's obviously not
anymore. It was my beginner putter when I was a couple of years ago when I was first starting and just trying out every putter under the sun to see what ones would go in the basket.
Excellent.
You always buy new discs rather than try and work on your form, right? That's the key.
Oh, that's I've heard that's the best way. Honestly.
Yeah. Second disc, I've got the EMAC Truth Orbit Ice.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
Just goes straight, fade, has a reliable fade at the end. I can just throw it on as hard as I want and it doesn't turn over on me.
Fantastic. Any reason you went for the ice version over just a?
I recently got it and I just tried it out in the bag and it was just instant, love at first sight. Love at first throw and just does everything I want to do.
Excellent.
Best mid-range I've ever had.
Ideal. Okay, what else you got?
And then something a bit less stable if I need to get a bit more down the thing is it's just my Opto Glimmer Havoc. For someone with my arm speed, it doesn't become a roller like it probably does for someone like Morgan, but for me, it just gets a little bit of turn and goes and it gets me the most distance. So
no, Havoc's got a bit of stability to it. It won't be a turn and burn. It'll bite back at the end. Yeah, like Havoc.
I've got one of those in my bag on the old disc golf game on my phone. Quality.
I've got one of those in a box somewhere that I is in my kind of backup box that might make it into the bag one day. But nice disc. Ewan, what are you throwing?
Well, I've been walking around buying second-hand crush boy plastic for the last 6 months. This one was a Willie T's one.
So what you got there? Is that an MD?
MD3.
MD3, excellent. Yep.
Recently went with that. I threw the GCO tournament disc in that. Love them and straightness. And so I've just been picking away at those.
Mm-hmm.
And figured all of that works so good. I should find me an FD. So this one's ex-investment Faulkner.
Excellent. Okay.
So I'm really hoping there's some sort of magic in them. And then my third one would be my RPM Kiwi. This one's been in my bag since day one. Let's get a little bit even, but
is that
this is probably
is that a Rebel Sports special out of the starter pack?
So, yes. I believe so, yes.
I'm just gonna. Oh, sorry. Keep going.
This one, I believe, will be my first ace disc. I just haven't got there yet, but Saturday it dropped out of the. It dropped in and dropped out of the basket at 18 on Jelly, and I think it's going to do it again eventually.
It absolutely will.
This weekend, I reckon, mate. This weekend.
There's $138 online.
There you go. I was just scrolling back up through the messages here, and I'm looking at Arne Burgess's comments, and he's gone Ewan's 3 discs. He's gone FD, Kiwi, but then he went Polecat.
Oh, yes, the Polecats. There was a period with the Halo Polecats who my primary putter for about 2 months till I grew up. we're back with P2s. We're moving on.
Hey, that's a good choice. Now, that's a good disc.
So, Ewan, who are your free card mates? Who will you be playing golf with on your desert island?
They do say don't meet your heroes, Matt. So I've sort of not gone into the pros. Really, I've gone back with the guys that I've played with, I really enjoyed with. Morgan would be one. Played the first round at the Charles. Love that round. That's just set me up for competitive. Dills, every time I play with Dills, it's a good time. Lefty lines just astound me what they can come up with. We've had a few battles in the past. And the third one's my daughter Mackenzie. It's just amazing what she can do at disc. And again, another one who's up and comers as well. But, she's probably got another year and she'll be out driving me quite happily.
Well, I think we can make that card happen in the near future there, if you like, Ewan.
That sounds like a fantastic card. Chucky, what about you?
Well, I've gone the other way, and I do want to meet my heroes. So I would straight away, easiest choice ever, Ricky Wysocki and Matty O.
Good, roll tide, yeah.
And just, stand back and watch them have fun and then walk to my BT, which is 400 metres further ahead. And then the third one will have to be my wife, since today's my wedding anniversary.
Many congratulations.
So, yeah, I think it'd be a good time. And then we'd go and play some 4-on-4 doubles thing against Ewan's card at the Desert Island.
That sounds fantastic. One of the best desert islands I've seen or I've heard since doing the show. Absolutely fantastic. Look, we've also got the Sweet Chain Safari. So there's 18 questions. There's a family-friendly front nine, same questions to everybody every week. And then Morgan's got a safari back nine, which takes the form of a this or that and is different for everybody each time they come on. So, Chucky, you answer first, then Ewan. And it's quick fire, okay? So here we go. What's your name?
Caleb. Just to mess you up.
Well, what's your PDGA number?
192187.
Actually, count me off here. 172234.
Where were you born?
Lennon.
Aston.
Where do you live now?
Christchurch.
How many years have you been playing?
2 3/4.
Just under 3.
Your favourite course?
Spa Park.
Definitely Spa Park.
Your favourite disc?
Park.
Kiwi.
Your favourite MPO player?
Ricky.
Early.
Your favourite FBO player?
Kristen.
Ta-ta.
Excellent. Morgan, take us through the back nine.
That was cute, that last one. Okay, guys, let's do the same thing, but if you could answer first. And the last couple of questions are going to be testing some allegiance here. So, favourite course in Christchurch, and I've only got the 2 here, Jelly or Brooker?
Brooker.
Jelly.
Tunnel shots or bombers?
Bombers.
Tunnel.
Sunrise or sunset rounds now that we're at that time of year?
Sunrise.
Sunset.
Oh, okay. Opposites attract, I see. Would you rather play in 30+ degrees Celsius or 0 and below?
30, mate.
0 and below. GCO was far too hot.
Would you run a 40-foot death putt for the win or lay it up and go to a playoff?
I'd probably run it. I'd miss it, but I'd run it.
Okay. Would you rather TD an event or just rock up and play in one?
TD.
Probably just rock up and play it, to be
fair. When you're setting up a course, would you rather set up a new temporary course for an event or modify an existing course?
Modify.
New.
Okay. And a little bit of rugby. Canterbury or Tasman?
Oh, it's going to be Canterbury, isn't it?
Tasman.
That's what I thought. That's what I was trying to get out of him. And now, guys, the final question on the Safari back nine. The mighty All Blacks or Ireland this weekend? Who's going to win?
Have to be the All Blacks, mate.
All Blacks.
That's my boys right there. We'll keep you on.
There we go.
We just did poor work planning the tournament on at the same time as the rugby.
Well,
Yeah, that's poor.
They play the rugby after the tournament, so.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Look, that was hilarious that you were so different in nearly all of your answers, which is incredible. Look, thank you so much, guys, for coming on. It's been really good fun having you on the show tonight. And look, very best of luck with Hanmer Hot Rounds this weekend. And yeah, big ups to you for all the hard work that you do that down there in Christchurch. On the bigger tournaments that we all see, but also the smaller ones that everyone loves.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, boys.
There we are. Two legends of the sport.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, not even just locally, man. They're branching out. So, absolutely.
Right. We've got a couple of things to go through now. We'll do our picks for the two tournaments this weekend. There's the Te Pohui Breeze over in Napier.
And I'm just seeing they push the tee times back so they can watch the game at the clubhouse. I'm just reading in the chat.
Fantastic. That sounds like the right thing to do. And then and the Hanmer Hot Rounds, which is on Sunday, we'll go for our picks for that in a minute. But Morgan, first up, question for you: have you ever participated in a Secret Santa?
I have, yeah. We'd done one at my last job for like the last 6 years. It's always a good laugh.
It's always a good laugh. Now, so and I've this isn't my idea, but this is something which I've been doing in a. So I'm a member of a trilogy, Latitude Westside Dynamic Discs Facebook group, and every year they do a Secret Santa. So what you can do is you can choose to participate. Basically, you send your details in on a form, and then a few weeks later they send you the name and address of a person somewhere, and you send them a present for Christmas. There's the minimum is a premium plastic disc, but normally people go way over the top. An example of this is so I on the first year that I don't know, 3 years now, I think. Is it 3 years? Yeah, 3 years. So on the first year, I actually got picked out with Ron Convers. So you heard of Ron Convers?
No.
He's a two-time Grandmaster World Champion, right? And he's got his own line of discs. The Sergeant, I think, is his line of discs, his Tour Series disc. So I got picked out him, and I was just like, geez, what do you get someone like that? He's obviously a member of Team Dynamic Discs and a full world champion. So I sent him a
starter pack.
No, but what I did is I sent him a Sergeant, and then a bunch of other discs. But you okay?
Yeah, my dog just scared the hell out of me.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that.
but I also sent him one of the COVID recovery discs. Do you remember that COVID recovery tour?
Yep, sure do.
That Anthony Rogers ran. I sent him one of those. Bunch of other stuff, some Kiwiana stuff, some pineapple lumps and Whitakers and all that kind of stuff. And some of the things that I've received in return have been incredible. I got a mystery box last time, 2 years ago, from Dean Schaub, who I think you know.
Yeah, I know Dean. Yep.
And so he got my name and sent me a whole massive box, and must have been about 7 or 8 discs. There was a onesie for Devon in there. There was some Dutch biscuits. There was all sorts. It was really special. So what I thought we'd do this year is we'd do a Secret Santa around with the disc golf players in New Zealand, right? So here's how it's going to work. what you're going to need to do is between now and the 26th of November, so you've got plenty of time to sign up. You've got to sign up on our Google Forms, and I'm going to put a link to the Google Form sheet into the chat now, and we'll also announce this for our socials as well. So there's a link there. If you follow that link, and then go and then fill out all your details. It looks a little bit like this. This is what the form's going to look like. So just your email address, your name, your address, your phone number, your favorite disc, your favorite player, your favorite chocolate lollies, and then you just agree to send at least one premium plastic disc to the name given to me in time for it to arrive before Christmas. And the timings that we're going for this are... Oh, hang on. The timings that we're going for is the 26th of November is the final sign-up date. By the 1st of December, you'll get your name and basically the information that's on that form. And then you've got 3 weeks or just under 3 weeks to do some research on the person that you have as your Secret Santa, and to send them off a package. The 18th of December is the deadline for sending them. That's to make sure that they arrive before Christmas. So if that's something that you want to get involved in, then please do, and please sign up onto the link. I'm going to sign up myself in a minute, and then we'll mix up all the names, send all the names out, and hopefully, you never know, everyone loves a mystery box. You might get something nice in the post just before Christmas. How about that? Bit of a
sounds good.
Seasonal goodwill sharing. Make sure it's a New Zealand address. Nobody really wants to post abroad if you can avoid it. So New Zealand addresses. If you want to be involved in that, then go ahead and fill out the form, and we'll keep telling you about it and letting people know how you go about setting it up. We've had a response already, so yeah, very good from whoever that was. So keep sending your responses through.
It was me.
Oh, it was you. Excellent. Oh no, we've had another one. We've had two. So get involved, and you never know. You might get me. You might get Morgan. You might get someone else, and you could be receiving a package that's got some real nice goodies in it. Now, the minimum, I will stress this, okay? So the minimum is a premium plastic disc. So that's Star, Champion, ESP, Atomic, Cosmic, etc. It's that kind of premium plastic, and it's got to be new. It can't be a second hand. It can't be a 6 out of 10. It's got to be a brand new, uninked premium plastic disc. That's the minimum.
Unless it's signed by a pro, then it's okay.
If it's signed by a pro, then that's okay. But if it's signed by you, not you, but the person who is sending it, then that doesn't count. And so, if you, that's the minimum, and that is also what everybody should lead themselves to expect as well. All right, this isn't about what am I going to get. It's about spreading a little bit of goodwill at the festive time of year. So if you want to get involved in that, then fill out the form. We've got a few responses through already, which is fantastic to see. And what we'll do is actually there's that, but there's also this, which let me just grab it up on screen now. If you want to go to our Facebook group, the New Zealand Disc Golf Secret Santa 2023. Morgan and I will send links for our socials to this group. And what this group you can use is for that you'll see questions in here that will help you do your research on the person who you have, so that you can really personalize the gift, especially for them. Also, you can show off the gifts that you receive when it comes time to opening them. You can open them whenever you like, when they arrive, or when they or
Christmas
Day,
maybe.
Leave them for Christmas Day if that's what you want to do. Completely up to you. I've always left mine for Christmas. It's always seemed appropriate to do that. But yeah. So look, it's going to be a bit of fun. Hopefully, we'll get heaps of people signed up. We got a few people signed up already, which is fantastic. Yeah, we'll get on with where have I gone? I'm here. Secret Santa. Get involved with that, and yeah, you'll see where we are. So fill out the form, and we'll keep reminding you. Right, now let's have a look at the upcoming events that we have going on. The Tapohui Breeze, which is this weekend, it's selling out. I think there's 3 spots available, is what I've heard. If there's anyone in the chat who knows, then maybe they can change, but they can check. But I've heard there's 3 spots available. If you are keen to get involved, then you could just sneak in. Hanmer Hot Rounds is sold out. The Topor Thermal Throwdown. Now, interestingly enough, next week's show is coming live from Topor because I'm driving up on Thursday, and we'll be doing the show live from Shea Lawson in Topor. So we'll look out for that one. The Waimate Spring Sling is the same weekend in Waimate if you can't make it to Topor. Auckland Disc Golf Champs is sold out and is the weekend after that. The Rapper Rumble weekend after that also sold out. Then Moonbase South Island Champs. That's the first major of the year. Really looking forward to this one. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we should be we will be looking forward to seeing who can take out the first in the first major championships of this year. Bros for Change Charity Classic is the weekend after that. And then Wahitapu and Faultline Fury on the 24th to 26th of November. Morgan, preparations still on track, going well for Wahitapu?
Well, we're 43 days out from Wahitapu, Matt. I looked that up earlier and I couldn't believe how soon that is, just over a month. So, yeah, preparations coming in well, man. Me and Adam are supposed to head up to Ohau this weekend, but maybe not. We want to go up there. Basically, I'm going to go up there with my drone and do some hole previews and a few other little bits and pieces. We've got a stair set to help the caretaker up there rebuild, and we kind of need some good weather for both of those jobs, to be fair. So we'll see what happens.
Okay, excellent. Now, Faultline Fury, I think there's a handful of spaces left. The last I saw, I think Liz is pretty good at updating how many spaces there are available. She's done several updates. But Faultline Fury is 2 spaces left. That was 6 days ago as well. So 2 spaces left. And actually, latest update was today, and there's 2 spaces left. And I have to say, the MA40 division is looking great. It's by far the largest division, and looking forward to that up in Hardcore Park and California Park. Temuka Tussle is on the first weekend of December. Cross to Egg Monster at North Island Champs. Looking forward to this one as well. First weekend of January. Roxburgh Open and the Southern Smash, both open, and still plenty of entries available for those two, Morgan.
Yeah, there's plenty of spaces left at Southern Smash. There's still a number left for Roxburgh. I still haven't managed to get around to adding the names over to the Roxburgh page from the Southern Smash page. Sorry, guys, if you're on that. But to confirm your registration, check the Southern Smash page. But we do have like a cap of 84. So we are going to close in on that pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then there's the Seafarer down in Dunedin and the Topor Classic, which is the first Tour Down Under event up in Topor into January, and a Midsummer's Dream, which is the event that Ewan and Chucky were referring to when they were talking about the event at Jelly Park on the 28th of January. Nationals in Auckland in February, Bottle Lake Open, Paradise Plates, Queenstown Classic, Garden City Open, and Montana Flat are what February and March look like. Right, let's have a look. Latest odds at Tapohui Breeze. Joe Berry is the favourite, despite slipping back to Simon Feasey at Tauranga last weekend. Not last weekend, a weekend or so ago. Conor McKinstry is the third favourite, with Mark Dakiv and Henry Pearson out at 10s. In MA1, Luke Hempel is looking like the favourite after his strong performance at Tauranga. Palmerston North's Ephraim Russell will be looking to challenge him for the win there. Aidan Barnes and Josh Pratt sit at 7-1. For the Hanmer Hot Rounds, Ashton Clark is your favourite at 4.4, with Sebastian Faulkner not too far behind at 5.4, and swiftly followed by Andrew Popham at 6s, Willie Taratner at 10, and Anthony Rogers and Barr at 12. And so looking at the power rankings, there is no change from the McLaren's tournament. So these changes are from there. Charlotte Dunkley moving up 2, Paula Wilson up 4, Mark Dakiv down 1. And looking at this, you've got Joe Berry, Simon Feasey, and Conor McKinstry, 4th, 5th, and 6th, all taking part in the Te Pōhui Breeze. And then you have Ashton Clark, Sebastian Faulkner, and Andrew Popham, 7, 8, and 12, all taking part down in Hanmer. That'll just about do it for us for this week. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like what we're doing and you want to have more people getting a hold of what we're doing. Then please like this video and subscribe to the channel. In 9 subscribers' time, Morgan, we've got a giveaway, which means we need to have a think about what we're going to give away. So we only need 9 more subscribers to do our next giveaway. So that's going to be.
What number are you closing in on, Matt? 250.
250, and we're on 241 now. So
Here we go.
If we can get just a few more. So and I know I bang on about this. 30% of the people watching this video aren't subscribed.
Come on, you guys.
So if 9 of you hit that subscribe button, then we can get ourselves up to 250 and do a giveaway. But anyway, that's about it from us from this week. Very best of luck to everybody playing in Te Pōhui and in Hanmer this weekend. But wherever you're playing disc golf, take it easy, play well, get some birdies, and we'll see you.